You know, Bill, some parishes are very small, and they barely have enough people to put together an organization that can run an event or run a Bible study, for that matter. I remember some parishes come in, they say, well, I have 3 people for Bible study. But yeah, but you have a parish of 500.
Right.
What's going on? So talk to us about numbers, because I think people sometimes are fearful of doing something like stewardship. They'd rather just say, okay, here's the fee, and let's stay away from that, because you may not give enough.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, let's start from a different perspective. So I want to ask you, I'm not going to do this now, but my promise is, I'm going to ask you what you're passionate about. What do you really believe in? What do you think is important? Where your value systems are? You know, where do you think we can make a difference in something? And anytime you do that, trust me, you're going to get a flood of reaction, because you know we all have that emotion within our heart. We all have that emotion in our soul. Interesting. We feel our calling. We don't understand always what that is. We're not in touch with it enough, but we actually can feel it, and we know it when we feel it, because we have a sense of emotion that wells up. And so the point is, I can force you to do something, I can cajole you to do something, I can guilt you into doing something, but you're not doing it from the heart. So you're going to do it half-hearted, if at all, right? And so what we try to focus on is changing that paradigm to just say to everybody, it's a judo move. Instead of me pushing you back, I'm going to take you the direction you want to go and just kind of move you and guide you. What is it you're passionate about that the church needs? And the more we keep asking that question, the more we're going to find people that say, I'm passionate about this, I'd like to do that. And oh, by the way, I know 3 other people that would like to do that, or. And sometimes they start small, and sometimes they grow big, and sometimes they start small and they stay small. And sometimes they start small and we find out there's no critical mass, there's no there, and so we move on. But it starts with saying, regardless of what volunteers you think you have, what you have is a whole lot of people that are passionate about something that you just don't know yet, and you haven't given the forum an opportunity to do that. And I've seen it firsthand when I talk to people who are disengaged. The example I use is we have an unemployment problem and an underemployment problem in our parishes, and I don't mean in their day jobs. The unemployed are the people that aren't doing anything in the church, and the underemployed are maybe doing a little bit, but they could do a whole lot more. And when I engage them and I say, what are you good at that the church could use? They always tell me. And then I say, well, what can we do to get you to do that? And then if we help them do that, they start to get enthused and they start to get excited and things go on. And what we find is that the mistake we make is when we're looking for volunteers is we go around the room and we look at the usual suspects, the same people all the time. We just load more stuff on them until they really explode. They burn out. And instead of saying to everybody, what are you good at, what can we do, and who else can you help find us to do it? Because they will recruit, because they're motivated by success too. They will recruit people that will actually make a difference. And so it's changing the mentality from a scarcity mentality to an abundance mentality. And if you really start to think about it, forget however many parishioners you have, including those that are
3,
unemployed
5,
and employed.
20, 100, right?
Think about all the people that live in your neighborhood. Think about all the people who are in your community that are passionate about what you're passionate about. They may not be in your faith-based tradition yet, but there's no reason why they can't be. So
someone was asking me, well, how many people in your neighborhood walk to church?
Right.
And when you hear that, you recoil, because we're just used to dealing with those people that come to us, and that's it. We don't think outside the box.
Right.
Many times.
Right.